Good evening, friends. I am Manoj Kumar, and Thieves. Today, our team is going to give an overall review for a successful startup Lenskart and a failure startup Doodhwala. When you give an overview of any success startup or a failure startup, it's better to start with the failure startup. So, my friend Yasaswini, the CFO of Phantom Group, is going to give an overview for a failure startup Doodhwala. Take over, Yasaswini.
Now we are going to discuss about the failure startup Doodhwala. Farm fresh milk and groceries at your doorstep early morning. This was a promise made by the entrepreneurs of Doodhwala, but they were failed to keep the promise of the customers because they were burning too much cash and they were operating on low margins, and hence the acquisition cost of customers was too high. And use of excessive discounts and cashbacks also was the major factor. There was no clear competitive advantages or differentiating factor for them, and hence they faced a lot of competition from other startups like Ninja Cart, Blinkit, and many other big companies like Basket, and they didn't even receive a fresh round of funding from their investors, and hence this might have saved them from stopping their operations and became a failure startup. At the starting of their company, there were around 200 to 500 employees in their company eventually working for them. The company was started in the year 2015, and by the end of 2019, the startup was closed due to unfavorable circumstances. Now the successful startup will be said by the Rajvardhan. Hand over to Rajvardhan.
Thank you, Yasashwini. Now I would like to introduce the successful startup Lenskart, which was founded by two young entrepreneurs of India, Piyush Bansal and Amit Chaudhary. At start, it was only started with two guys, two young and dynamic guys, but now it has an employees of over 1,000. From this, you can understand the rapid growth of this startup Lenskart. The main reasons for the success of this startup is they have studied clearly the mindset and behavior of the customers and made many changes and given many offers to the customers based on that. Among them, they have given many options to the customers so that they can choose their loved and comfortable eyeglass in online as well as offline stores. And the next was they provided this lens, eyeglasses and a lens in a very reasonable prices by which many middle class families get attracted to it and go to their shops to buy them. And also they have spent so much money on advertisements and their promotions, which has helped them to gain more popularity in offline as well as online stores. They also have the facility of taking the lens or frames to their house and have a free trial of 2-3 days. And they also have a very good option like providing the eyeglass and lens to their doorstep as well, by which this all put them in the top of the race and became the one of the leading company in eyeglass producers at present. At the start of 2011, they have only $10,000 as funding, but now it has raised to $5 million, $5 billion, by which you can understand the rapid growth and the investment of the Lenskart. Now I would like to hand over this to our CEO Manoj Kumar.
Yes, thank you, Raj. So, my friends, now we have understood the successful startup Lenskart and a failure startup. When you want a successful startup, the Lenskart, they have heavily invested in their product to build their product and to attract new customers in a very efficient manner. The capital expenditure is very efficient so that they are simultaneously acquiring the customers and investing in the new fashions, new style, and they are investing on the product, which is very important for the growth of a company. But when you come to Doodhwala, they have invested their capital on advertising, on giving heavy cashbacks and such type of things, which are very big backdrop for the companies. And one of the main reasons for the failure of Doodhwala is to not having employees cooperation. They did not have their pay for many months, which is the main reason for the non-cooperation of the employees with the management. Any management or any company to be a success, there should be a healthy relations between the employees and the management, which helps for growth. And even though if they are having not having the sales, their cooperation makes the company success. But it is failed in the case of Doodhwala. When you come to the Lenskart, their business model has helped a lot of the success, because they invested. First they have invested on the online channel. When they got their business grew, they have invested in the offline channels, which is the very big push for the Lenskart for their sales. And when you come to Doodhwala, they are just investing on the just advertisement, and they are having very low margins. And this is the major reason for the not having the investments from the investors. Any investors needs healthy margins, in which the Lenskart kept it good and the Doodhwala failed. So, my friends, what we have analyzed from these two startups and concluded that a startup should have a very strong business model and should have healthy profit margins for the growth and as well as the investments. And the cooperation between the employees and the management is one of the pillar for the growth of the company. And their efficient capital expenditure. Capital expenditure is one of the major thing on which the efficiency is shown in the growth. So, I hereby conclude this presentation. Thank you.